and back with a vengeance today, fellas.
Yeah, Cam Newton, an early candidate for Coach of the Year. He's absolutely dialing these plays, and he's got his protege, the quarterback, Derek Baker. They spend days of the week watching tape. They review everything. They train on a weekly basis. This is the next guy up.
No, they're absolutely star-studded. They got Derek Baker, Devin Carter, their leading wide receiver, and also Travis Hunter's younger brother, Travis, who we saw get a touchdown grab and also grabbed a one-point gamble as well earlier today.
Yeah, he has a ton of athleticism. You can see that it's in the bloodlines there. He made some great plays, athleticism in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. A lot of talent on the C1N team.
Yeah, no, it's C1N, Fleaux. They're about to go to battle out here, and we cannot wait to see it. They've looked like one of the most impressive teams out here so far. My name's Kieran Hickey Simple. I'm joined here with my guys, Mo Hassan and Adam Brenneman. How we doing tonight, fellas?
Guys, the juice is off the charts. I got too excited here because the athletes are unbelievable. There's 5 and 4 stars. The future of football is on the field.
We get Cam Newton coaching the team on NFL Network. It's special, man. Let's go.
It is special. On the opposite side, we have a very special quarterback, Malachi Ziegler. And his father won Super Bowl XXIX. I'm not even going to pretend like I know what Roman numeral that is.
You couldn't even guess?
Wait, 29. Is it 29? I don't know. It might be. If it's 29, then that's crazy. 95, that might be 29. That might be. 1995 was the Super Bowl. It might be Super Bowl 29.
It's close enough.
We got Cam Newton down here on the field. He has been coaching his tail off, and this offense looks as professional as ever. They're running tight formations. They're stacking. They're using motion, and most importantly, the craziest thing I've seen is them snapping from under center.
Yeah. And we're getting some pro-style offense out here. Under center, as you said, they're bringing the motion in. They're using a lot of pro-style route concepts. That comes from their head coach, Cam Newton.
Right there, a little rollout, screen from the slot wide receiver. This is just nuance that you don't see normally in 7-on-7. Normally, you're just used to seeing a straight shotgun drop back. But today, Derek Baker has been taken from under center, 6 touchdowns with a 63% completion.
He's under center right here. A lot of quarterbacks do believe, it seems like Cam Newton does, that you can be in better rhythm if you're under center. Sometimes the footwork's a little bit cleaner. You get a nice drop back from under center. Mo, what do you think about that? You like being under center?
I actually do like it. I played in pro style in college when I was at Vanderbilt, and I think it just gives you a better rhythm, prepares you better for Sundays as well. Yeah. And it gives you play action game, I think. 100%. You turn your back to the defense, linebackers, play up a little bit more towards the line of scrimmage. It's an advantage.
Here we go, stack. Tight formation right here. They like this in the red zone, and what a catch! Wow. C1N, that's Ryan Mosley, the big body contested catch specialist, is showing why he's so special right now. Cam Newton fired up on the sideline.
I love that play design there, the tight formation, and then spread out of it. Ryan Mosley, the possession receiver, big, strong, 6'4", 210 pounds, using the physicality, willing it to happen. Nice catch,
by Ryan Mosley. And one thing that Cam Newton and the C1N team like doing is going for our one-point gamble. The way the one-point gamble works is if the team goes for it, gets it, they receive 8 points for that possession. They don't, the point will go to the other team. And what a catch in the back of the end zone. They're going to say he didn't bring it in, though. That's Devin Carter. I'd be interested to take another look at that one. So now Fleaux is going to get 1 point.
And guys, what excites me the most about this matchup, AP, you alluded to it, the creativity with the formations. They run a lot of tight, a lot of pre-snap motions. It's Cam Newton's offense versus Ryan Clark's defense.
Hey, Mo, I love what you're saying. I think he might have caught this. Okay.
They're going to say no catch. He was just bobbling it around a little too much.
Yeah, see, he loses control there at the last minute. Good call by our officials.
There's Cam right there. He knew he had it right there, too. Cam is so unbelievably animated. It's so nice to see him dedicated to these young men. And that's going to be 4 seconds. Malachi Ziegler is going to take a sack right there on the first offensive possession from Fleaux. We saw some very talented people come through this Fleaux program. Devontae Smith. Jabari Mack. He's on the team right now. Devontae Smith. Jamar Chase. That's what I was trying to say. Jamar Chase. Malik Neighbors. Yeah, there you go. Some of the most talented guys to ever come out of the boot playing for this team.
Bryce Underwood last year.
Bryce Underwood was the quarterback of them last year. And now we got Malachi Ziegler, quarterback here for Fleaux. 2 touchdowns, 127 yards today.
Yeah, big shoes to fill, but he's definitely played well thus far. They're saying he's the top quarterback prospect in the state of Louisiana since Arch Manning.
Wow. praise.
Yeah.
Arch Manning's an
That's
absolute stud.
Yeah.
Some are saying the greatest quarterback ever.
That's your Longhorn right there.
Yeah, some are saying maybe the greatest quarterback to ever touch a football.
I don't know about that one.
That's what I'm hearing it. I'm hearing a lot of buzz. The scouts, all of my sources.
Yeah? Who's your source?
Me.
Now, guys, for Malachi Ziegler, not the best start. You take a sack on the first play, incomplete on the second. Now, 3rd down and 24, backs against the goal line. Just try to get half the distance here. Try to get the 4th down and 10, where then you'll go for it on 4th down. Don't have to win the game with one throw right here.
Not me. I'm taking a shot. And that's going to be, he's going to get a good amount of yards right there. And he's actually going to pick up the 1st down. Easton Royal with the catch. Patience from the sophomore quarterback to be able to find his guy. Wasn't open at first, had to go through a couple of progressions.
Yeah, finds the soft spot right in the middle of the defense. And what a job by wide receiver Easton Royal. The yards after catch, the explosion, getting out of there. And the football IQ, knowing where the sticks are.
Yeah, no, the part I love is Easton Royal coming back to the quarterback on the route. Be friendly to the quarterback. We talk about that all the time for a receiver. Help the quarterback out. Show him your numbers. Give him a big target. But then once you catch the ball, you put that foot on the ground and get north and south.
Yeah, he's talking to a lot of big schools thus far. University of Miami, Ole Miss, Virginia Tech.
Malachi sitting back. Scary throw over the middle. Ends up being incomplete.
Got a flag on the play.
There is a flag on the field.
It's going to be against the defense here.
See you holding out there? They're going to give a defensive holding there to C1N. That's going to make first down and even more manageable here for Fleaux.
You gotta love the energy that Cam Newton's bringing out here.
Coach Newton's not happy with that call.
No, he's chirping, man. First of all, he was upset by the pre-tournament ranking as well. They weren't in the top 10. So
yeah,
he was talking a lot about
he's
that.
He's fired up.
Yep.
Kieran, how about this score? 7-1.
I don't want to hear this score. I'm a Brazilian soccer fan. Germany absolutely crushed my dreams in 2014, and I don't want the score to be. Oh my gosh, he caught that. He didn't catch it in bounds, but what a crazy catch right there from Easton Royal. No, yeah, this score haunts me terribly. I'm a huge Brazil national team fan, and in the World Cup at home they got annihilated. Look at this one-handed grab right here. Even though he didn't catch it, should that right foot have been? I don't know. See that right foot? Nah, that left foot just a little bit out of bounds. What a crazy
He didn't even bring the second hand into that.
Nah, that was crazy.
That was straight one hand.
Stick 'em.
All right, Easton Royal, I see you.
You ever catch balls like that back in the day?
All the time.
AB?
I could do it right now.
Okay.
Best hands here.
Oh, best hands at OT7. See Malachi dropping back. And that one held on to. What a catch there from Brody DeMontier.
He stuck it in there, put it right on his chest. I love these Brody right-hander wide receivers.
No, they're ridiculous.
The tradition out of this state at that position is unmatched.
The hands they have out of that position is crazy.
And size.
Not too many. Yeah, size, hands, no knees, so they can get in and out of cuts. It's crazy.
It's not just the hands, it's also the body control.
Yeah.
To use your hands and be able to keep your feet in traffic and bring the ball in when you're getting contacted.
We go 3rd and goal here from the 3. Little roll out from Malachi.
Oh, he's got him.
Wide open. And that's going to be a touchdown for Fleaux. And he hits the worm. Benny Darby with the worm there as they take the lead after the 1-point gamble. Now they're up 8-7.
Yeah, it's a common concept when you get inside the 5. We've seen a lot of these offenses use it. The pre-snap motion, you get the rub concept, you roll right to it. It's an easy throw, pitch and catch, touchdown. You're on the board.
I love the rollout right to the worm.
But really, Mo, that should be the first read, right? Yeah. But Ziegler kind of missed it. Almost didn't see him in the flat there. Wide open. He's got to give that to him earlier, but nonetheless, good execution there. And
Fleaux with the answer there after a very shaky start to the drive, and they're going to go for what looks like a 1-point gamble. They're going to go back out here and try to make this a 2-point game. 1-point gamble, once again, if you score on your 1-point gamble, you get rewarded with an extra point. If you don't, your opponent will. So right now, I don't really get going for the 1-point gamble, to be honest with you. Actually, yeah, they're not going to be going for the 1-point gamble. As a matter of fact, I was going to say that wouldn't really make too much sense, given the fact that.
And Cam Newton's on the field. He was upset by something.
Cam's out there.
There's a lot of chirping.
A lot of chirping going on right now with Cam.
I'll tell you what, from a player's perspective, AB, and tell me if you think the same. I want to play for a guy like that. You know, you want to run through a brick wall for a guy like that who's batting for you, who's animated, and he's vibrant. And he's just going to war for you.
Yeah, as a player, you kind of live off your coach's energy.
Yeah.
And you want to win for your coach sometimes. Listen, if I'm out here playing for Cam Newton, I want to make sure I'm winning for Cam Newton.
Is Derek Baker just going to throw it in the dirt there, nothing going? I'm surprised by the maturity of this kid. He's been unbelievable all day, and he really just takes what the defense gives him and nothing more.
He looks the part too, Kieran. He's put together. He's a compact 6'1", 200 pounds. He's got good arm strength, making good decisions.
I just think it's cool that he was handpicked by Cam Newton to be that next guy up in the state of Georgia.
The last
to have a legend like that to choose you and like, hey, we're going to watch tape a few times a week and we're going to get this right. It's really cool.
The last quarterback to be handpicked by him, Dante Moore, now going to be the starting quarterback at Oregon. We're going to head down to Tom, down on the field with Kenny Darby, a.k.a. the Worm Master.
Hey, thank you, Kieran. I'm here with Kenny Darby. Before we get into anything, I need to ask about the worm. Where'd that come from?
It just came to my head after I scored. I mean, I talked about it at the beginning of the game. I was going to hit it, and I just hit it.
What would you rate your worm 1 to 10?
About a 5. It was a little stiff. I'm going to get better.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I think you got to work on it a little bit. We're watching it right now. You know, a little bit more torque. Yeah,
I need to see a little more form here, right?
But okay, you've had a few touchdowns today, though, and you've had a few different celebrations. How many celebrations are in the bag?
There's a lot. There's a lot. I tripped out. I don't know what the celebration called, but it's like this.
Yeah, that's a good one. Last question. Cam Newton for C1N. He's very intimidating, and I'm afraid to go up to him or even be near him. When he screams, how should I approach him? What can I do?
Just leave him alone.
Okay, all right, we'll do that. That's good advice. Thank you, Kenny. We'll let you get back to the game. Back to you, Karen.
Kenny Darby.
Great advice right there.
No, great advice right there. I love the worm technique that he had there. He just needed a little more action in the top end of it. The lower body was doing.
It's all about the hips.
It's about getting those elbows in and pressing those hands through the ground, and then getting back into the worm the way it's supposed to. Sorry, I get as intense as Cam Newton coaching whenever I talk about dance moves. Dave Baker in the back of the end zone. I mean, this kid is so cool, calm, and collected. Touchdown for Lorenzo Barber in the back of the end zone. C1N, man. They're so locked in. It looks like Cam's not happy with something that they're doing right now. And they look focused, laser focused.
Derek Baker seems to really be processing well down here in the red zone. Seeing the defense really well. He found his receiver, Lorenzo Barber, there on his second read and a really good throw at the back of the end zone.
Yeah, you talk about processing. That's all preparation. Yeah. That's watching tape. And at the quarterback position, you have a guy like Cam Newton, former MVP of the National Football League. That helps so much.
The outside, what a play there on defense for Savoy Guidry. The DB sophomore out of New Orleans makes a crazy play on the ball, and that's back-to-back times. The one-point gamble has not worked for C1N. As you can see, C1N head coach Cameron Newton, the former Heisman winner, NFL MVP, Super Bowl appearance, having head coach of C1N. He has been unbelievably vocal with his team during this break, just getting on them about processes and execution during these one-point gambles. I think he expects perfection, but maybe these one-point gambles are too much.
Listen, as a head coach, Cam Newton, you gotta assess and manage risk in the game. And now they've gone for the one-point gamble 2 times, and they should have a 7-point lead, but instead, it's only a 5-point lead in this game because they failed those 2 one-point gambles. I don't love the call there.
Deep shot, deep shot. Good job. And that one not completed to his target, Easton Roll. Easton Roll is becoming a favorite target here with Malachi Ziegler, making big catch after big catch on that last drive they had. But now, I mean, Fleaux only scored 1 time. They got 9 points.
You can see the arm strength there of Malachi Ziegler, Mel. I mean, he can really sling it, make some good throws. Got good throwing mechanics, too.
Yeah, if it weren't for the contact down the field, I think that lands just outside his shoulder. Really good touch down the field for the quarterback, Malachi Ziegler.
You think about it, Cam, they go for another one-point gamble and don't get it. That's essentially gifting them a money drive without meaning to. Here's Malachi Ziegler back here. Finds his target over the middle. That's Raekwon Williams. Extremely talented 4-star sophomore out of New Orleans. He has been unbelievable. Now, Team Fleaux, Ziegler, Hudson Fields, we haven't seen him yet, but their wide receivers are incredible. Jabari Mack, Kenny Darby, #1. Raekwon Williams, you just saw make that catch. Louisiana wide receivers, they're never at a shortage of wide receivers.
No, that is not the issue at all.
Never. Like the little purple and gold, they're rocking kind of LSU-type colors.
Yeah, the cool thing is, we're kind of watching the future of the LSU Tigers.
No, yeah, it does look
maybe
like
a third of these guys will end up committing to LSU.
Yeah, it feels that way a whole lot too. The whole team, other than maybe like 2 guys,
right, all
from the New Orleans, Louisiana area. It's been unbelievable what Ryan Clark's been able to build with that program, and they're going to flip the field. Huge stop there from C1N. Making Malachi think back there in the pocket. We're now going to see Derek Baker take over back again on the C1N offense. And this has been one of the most fun offenses to watch all week, guys.
Yeah, they do such a great job of getting these wide receivers in space with the creativity, the different formations. Down in the low red zone, they run a lot of stack formations, causes so many issues with regard to leverage at the defensive back position. It's so hard to cover.
Right here you're going to see a stop route. That is Travis Hunter with the catch. Oh, it's not Travis. My apologies. That is Amari Stevens, who's also an absolute dog out of Miami, Florida. Like a real problem. You cut on his film, it's incredible to watch.
Mo, to your point about C1N, this is where you got to give Cam Newton credit for his coaching. Offenses have to be really simple for the players, especially the receivers and the quarterback timing, but have the illusion of complexity for everybody else. They got to look really complex, like these formations do with the motion, the shifts. Look, they got 2 guys moving right now as a shift, but for the players, it's simple. They know what they're doing. For all of us up here, for the defense, it looks really complicated.
That's right. A lot of these concepts will be the same.
Oh!
But if you get to them in different ways, and you can dress it up, then it causes a lot of issues for the defense, even if the defense is coached by an all-pro like Ryan Clark.
Michael Garrett, the 4-star linebacker, nearly makes a huge game-changing play right here if he could just keep his hands on that football.
He's got to flip those hips around.
Got to turn those hips around. He's a linebacker, man. He's not one of those DBs. Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
That kid's extremely talented. He's an Auburn commit out of Oxford, Alabama, 6'2", 205 pounds, and an absolute weapon in the middle of that field. 1 minute remaining here in this half, a 3rd and 9. Derek Baker's going to find his target. That's Peyton Zachary over the middle, and they're going to hurry up and get to the line. Well-coached team right here trying to keep things moving. And if you look, OT7 has had some of the best players in the country in college football come through here. Jeremiah Smith played for SFE. We saw Nico Ayamalayaba in his pajama pants out here hooping. Jacoby Lane, the star wide receiver from USC. And Bryce Underwood, the #1 quarterback in the country, who's committed to LSU, played on this Fleaux team. Then he ended up going to Michigan for a gazillion bucks.
And people DJ Lagway, starting quarterback at the University of Florida, probably one of the best, if not the best quarterback in the SEC this
exactly, DJ, and also KJ Bolden got to get serious reps and played significantly for Kirby Smart's defense this past year. I mean, the talent is unbelievable, and we're going to see a lot of first-round picks that have played here at OT7.
Yeah, and it's helping these quarterbacks develop even faster.
Yes.
Right? We see so many more guys as true freshmen starting and playing well, rookies in the NFL as well, and a lot of it is because of these extra reps that guys are getting in the spring.
Yeah, the quarterbacks are also seeing some very complex defenses and some different coverages. And
it's picked off! And can he take it all the way back for Fleaux? And that's a huge play for Fleaux. Quarterback, wide receiver, not on the same timing. Dylan Henry, the sophomore out of Mandeville, Louisiana, sends his whole team into the pit as Fleaux, even though they're still down right now, with 4 seconds left in the half.
Yeah, it looks like there was miscommunication between the quarterback and wide receiver. We see head coach Cam Newton on the field right now, taking leadership and having a discussion with them. Looks like it was a bust with regard to a mental error.
And watch Dylan Henry, though, number 6 for Fleaux. Watch him jump this route. The anticipation, the high football IQ play to see this route coming. Watch 6 there. He triggers on it right away, no hesitation, uses the hands for the big interception.
Sitting there watching the quarterback's eyes instead of following that wide receiver up the seam. That was, I mean, an incredible play for him.
That's textbook safety play. That's what you do. You're looking at the quarterback's eyes, and then when it's there, you got to trust your eyes. It's one thing to see it, it's another to do it.
Malachi Ziegler running out from the pit and back on the field for one last play. Can he throw a touchdown fresh out of the pit? We'll see.
Ball's got to get in the end zone.
Gonna throw it down there one-on-one. And that one is beautifully broken up by C1N's DB, Malachi Speed. Oh my goodness, what a first half we have had, ladies and gentlemen. Have C1N up 14-9 over Fleaux right now, with Fleaux getting the ball to start this second half. Gentlemen, I'm so excited. We have good football on the way.
This is the greatest league in the history of the land. Where else do you have an NFL MVP out here coaching these young bucks?
Screaming at the children. I love it.
Exactly, and he's coaching them up. There's good football right here on the field.
Got you. Malachi Ziegler, quarterback here for Fleaux, trying to make something shake here. 1st and 20 with an opportunity to go down the field and take the lead here. We got a good game cooking right now.
A great game.
Wide open and a great catch. Solid hands there from Eastern Royal, who's having a big day for Fleaux.
Yeah, and for Ziegler, yeah, you're down the score here. Second half just started. You get the possession. You're going to take the momentum with a touchdown right here. Don't feel like you need to do too much. That's where a young quarterback goes wrong, I think, pretty often. Forcing these balls, you feel like you need to be the superhero, win the game for your team. You have all the star athletes. You have a guy like Jabari Mack, who's a physical specimen. He's in the same mold as a guy like Jamar Chase, Malik Neighbors, former alumni for Team Fleaux right here. Just get them the ball in space like he has been.
And it's also the balance of not trying to do too much, but also a touchdown gives you the lead. If a shot is there, take it down the field. And right here, getting near midfield, I like to see him take a shot.
No. I love me a shot on a 2nd and short. It's the just most predictable shot down ever, but why not?
Yeah.
Let it cook. Let it rip.
Mo wants the short passes. I want the shots on the field, man.
I want to win the game.
It was a delay of game right there. They ended up losing it down right there, but they're going to end up picking up big yardage. Well,
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. I just touched earth, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness. Jaquias Villanueva putting the skates on the defender. Wow.
What a cut.
Oh my goodness.
That was disgusting.
That's crazy. Malachi Ziegler looking for his receiver in the end zone. That's Kenny Darby, and he's close, but that's going to be short at the 1-yard line. What a great play on first down. Fleaux really out here cooking right now.
Yeah, this is the drive they needed, right? And they operated mostly off of yak.
Yep, and part of that yak is the ball placement by Malachi Ziegler. Putting the ball on the upfield shoulder, allowing his receivers. That juke route we just saw, that doesn't happen if the ball isn't thrown perfectly by Malachi Ziegler to give his receiver momentum going up the field.
See what Fleaux can do right here. We're going to get something going in the red zone, one of the toughest areas to score. He's going to throw that one away, and we got a 3rd down and goal here for Fleaux.
Intended for Jabari Mack. Also keep an eye on Kenny Darby. It's been his favorite target, especially down here in the red zone. He's a 4-star wide receiver commit to LSU.
Got to be able to capitalize here in the red zone. I like what Cam Newton does in this area on his side whenever he's calling plays. He runs these tight formations or stacks, and really just creates a lot of confusion. It's what we see Low Pro, the greatest team in OT7 history outside of SFE, do a lot. That one's over the top. We got a 4th down, ladies and gentlemen, here at the 1-yard line. Huge play here right now.
For Coach Moore, head coach of Fleaux, you got to scheme up Jabari Mack. He needs a touch here. I mean, Jabari Mack, 6 foot, 192. He's one of the top receivers in the country. Reminds me of Jamar Chase. On the goal line here, that's where those players win one-on-one.
Haven't seen him get too heavily involved so far, but he is an unbelievably talented young man. Malachi, I'd like to move him around the pocket right here, Mo. Huh?
Yeah, let's get out of the pocket right here. Let's use Ziegler's strengths.
He's got to throw it somewhere. He's going to go through the back of the end zone, and that's broken up. And C1N gets the turnover on downs after a promising start to the drive by Fleaux, and they are back in control of this game.
Yeah, a massive stop. They moved the ball with such ease all the way down. It's just so difficult once you get on the 1-yard line. There's no space down there.
Not you. And Cam has been upset about the rankings. We're now going to go down to Tom with the man responsible for it.
Yeah, man, we are here with potentially the most loved and most hated person in OT7, Leighton. You come up with the Strictly rankings. How are you, man?
doing great. I'm doing great. But you're definitely right. The love has been here, but the hate's also been here as well.
One person specifically despises you, wishes you were not here, and that is Cam Newton, who right before this interview had some choice words for you. What has been your interaction with Cam Newton ever since becoming, his biggest enemy?
Honestly, it was probably a mistake on my end, leaving the former NFL MVP, one of the most legendary 7-on-7 programs, out of the top 10.
Do you hate him?
I do not hate him. All love. All love. We're boys.
Got it. Well, you have watched them now play very well so far. A little up and down this game. The Cold Hearts, who you have number 2, they lost earlier. Are you feeling a little uneasy about your rankings?
I wouldn't say uneasy. A lot of games left to play on Sunday. We're going to see who comes out on top tomorrow, and then we'll go from there for the rankings.
If Cam Newton, wants to have a conversation, are you willing to do that?
Willing to do that. Anytime, any place.
We'll see what happens, fellas. He might need some security.
And Cam Newton here going to go for the 1-point gamble again.
Another one.
But, if he successfully gets it, that'd be nice. On the touchdown there was Travis Hunter. Oh, my goodness, what a catch!
What a ball!
The touchdown catch, and now the catch on the slide fade. Travis Hunter, he might not be the tallest, but he does have that genetic makeup. He is Heisman Trophy winner and future top 5 draft pick Travis Hunter's little brother.
Derek Baker puts this on a
oh my goodness!
But look at the concentration by Travis Hunter, because you have the defender right in front of you.
Look at
you don't know if it's going to get tipped. Cam Newton is juiced up.
He knows that's a college football throw right there.
That was a National Football League throw.
Oh yeah,
that was incredible. That was placed only where Travis Hunter could get it. He's not the biggest target in the red zone, but oh my goodness, what a dime. Oh my goodness, we got Hudson Fields in the game now for Fleaux. We're gonna take a look at these strictly rankings. Low Pro, number 1, the owners of the longest win streak in OT7 history. I don't think we'll ever see anything like that. Saw the Cold Hearts at number 2, but they just got knocked off. Layton's rankings look awful.
And we can all agree, C1N deserves to be somewhere in that top 5.
C1N 100% deserves to be in that top 5. Or in that top 10, at least. Goodness gracious. We got to see SFE, the defending champions. They look great. Coastline Stars, one of the best defensive teams in all of 7-on-7. They made the championship last year against SFE. Raw Miami Trillion Boys, the rivals, also in there. And we also have DEFCON United rounding out that top 10 at the bottom. Keyshawn Henderson, the number 1 athlete in the country, is the head man over there. Dual threat quarterback, superstar. Cannot wait to see him next week. Oh, 2 wide receivers run into each other. That's tipped up. Oh my goodness, and Cam Newton is going crazy over there on the sideline. They wanted an interception there. He's having a blast out here, man. It's good to see Cam back at OT7.
Oh, I love it. I love it. In season 1, they made it so far. What was it, the semifinals?
The championship.
Finals, all the way to the finals.
All the way to the championship against SFE, where they fell short on the last play of the game against Malachi Nelson and company.
Yeah.
And now you're seeing just how special this C1N team is. Extremely well coached. 4th down, they need it right here. Fleaux to keep this game alive. And what a catch right at the line. They're going to say that
I think he's short.
He's right on the line.
They're going to say it's a first down. They're going to say it's a first down.
And what a clutch pass there by Hudson Fields. It's not easy coming in cold, right? You don't get into the rhythm of the game. You haven't really thrown many balls since pregame. And at this point, it's been, what, like 20, 30 minutes?
Yeah, and on that 4th down right there, I mean, that defender was on the receiver's back. That ball had to be right on his body or it wasn't going to be caught. And a clutch throw there to keep his team in this game.
Hudson Fields getting his guys involved, making the tough throws. He's going to go over the top now in the corner. He's wide open, Jabari Mack! And he's out of bounds.
What a shame. One of the most beautiful balls we've seen all week.
That was a pretty ball, beautiful concept.
There's Jabari Mack, number 4.
Wow. Right there, that's a touchdown.
Hold on, well, let's make sure he controls it. Guy, that's a touchdown.
No, that's a touchdown, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, let our replay officials will take a look at that one.
See right here, that call is overturned. It is a touchdown. Jabari Mack making his first big impact today, and they're running to the pit. Just having fun no matter what.
How about the hands by Jabari Mack?
Incredible catch right there.
To have the spatial awareness to put the foot down, catch it with your fingertips, bring it in, and also the throw there by Hudson Fields, just to let Jabari Mack run underneath that. That is perfect accuracy and touch by the quarterback.
Yeah, Jabari did not lose stride right there.
Gonna stop right here on C1N's offense that's been moving the ball here.
Now for C1N, Cam Newton, their head coach, it's all just take what's in front of you right here. You can't turn the football over. You have the lead, but listen, there's still 5 minutes left in this game. You still need some points. So push the ball down the field, but cannot turn it over. Take care of the ball is priority number one.
Here is quarterback Derek Baker, handpicked straight from under center. Pressure in his face. Through it outside. See, that's what I would be doing a whole lot more, you would think.
More pressure since he's
pressure.
under center, especially, yeah. But a good job getting the ball out of his hands before the pressure got to him as
And
well.
guys, this is their money drive.
Wow.
So they're going for the kill shot right now, essentially. They're trying to go up 10. They're trying to end the game right here, go up 2 possessions that's not really you can't really come back from that. So
I think it's a good decision.
I think it's a great
You don't know
decision.
if you're going to get the ball back.
Exactly. You don't know if you're going to get the ball back. Go ahead, go for this money drive, and that's it. You scored. Eric Baker, all the time in the world, and he ends up getting a completion. It's not all the time in the world like yeah, pass rushers, but completion and a first down for Lorenzo Barber. C1N into scoring territory now.
Yeah, and that's just backyard football by Lorenzo Barber. He sees his quarterback kind of hitching up. He needs help. It's kind of what makes the Kansas City Chiefs play so well. And the combination, the chemistry that Travis Kelce has with quarterback Patrick Mahomes, they're just on the same page, and they do a lot of kind of ad-lib
A lot of times the biggest plays are off-script, off-schedule plays.
And they're going to blitz. He's going to take off. And Derek Baker looks like he maybe got into the end zone. There is a flag down on the field.
Looking like his head coach, Cam Newton.
Goodness gracious. I mean, he's built just like Cam Newton. It's ridiculous. Can't believe a sophomore in high school could have that much muscle. It's kind of crazy. Look at him right here. Take off after the blitz. Gets up trying to find out what it was. It's declined. It was a holding on the defense. That score is going to count. Derek Baker into the end zone. That's a touchdown on the money drive.
Wow.
And C1N takes a 32-6
What a call by
lead.
Cam Newton on the money drive, and Derek Baker showing the athleticism. He's shown the arm talent all day today, but to escape the pressure there, get in the end zone, evade the blitz, big time play by Derek Baker.
And this game is not yet over though, too, gentlemen. Now, I believe Fleaux has the ball. They can get a stop, and then also they have a money drive as well. So we'll see what they can do. They're going to take a shot downfield. He's wide open. Oh, my goodness. Did he get it in bounds? He did. Touchdown. And the right back.
One
my goodness.
shot. Hudson Fields, welcome to OT7.
Hudson Fields with an instant jolt of energy for these guys.
The bench ripping it down the field.
You talk about providing a spark.
That was
good. 2 of the most beautiful balls in back-to-back drives.
See this deep shot
Look
right
at
here.
this shot.
Did he reel this in bounds?
He's got it.
Catch.
Yeah,
That is in bounds.
Got it.
What a catch.
Raekwon Williams doesn't break stride there. Tracks the ball perfectly in the air. Confirmed touchdown. Wow.
Oh my goodness, look at these guys jumping in the pit. What a play. That's the way to get right back in the game. It was looking dire right there, fellas, but that's the beauty about OT7. You can bomb it downfield one play.
One play and you're right there.
One play and they're right back in.
And there's the momentum, and sometimes just that one player infuses that new energy that the team needs, and everyone's feeding off of it.
And now defensively, you need that stop. Fleaux needs this stop desperately. They need that ball back. Going to see what C1N can do, though. Derek Baker has been so calm and composed. 2 minutes on the clock, letting this thing tick down.
That's right.
Let's see what they can do.
Fleaux needs to get the stop, and they have their money drive available as well.
Going to go ahead and snap this.
Let the clock run down.
Yeah, just let the clock run all the way down. Derek Baker using all of that. He's going to look outside. Oh, and a drop there for Lorenzo Barber, who's been incredible today. But Derek Baker has had himself a day. 9 total touchdowns and 419 total yards today.
What I love about Derek Baker, you very rarely see him get flustered.
Yeah.
There's almost no emotion on his face out there. He is just calm.
Right.
He's processing everything. He's taking care of the football.
He's had 9 touchdowns in 2 games, by the way, guys. And this one's not over.
That's insane. And it was his legs that showed up last drive that really put them in position to win the game as well.
100%. Let me go ahead and snap this thing. There's someone downfield on the out route. That's Lorenzo Barber again, and he's going to get out of bounds.
Great ball.
That one's going to take us down to 1 minute. They're going to have a third down and short. You got to think they pick up that first down. This one, good night, Irene.
That right there, Mo, NFL type throw.
Yeah.
You're on the opposite hash. You throw across the field with velocity. It's a good football that's good precision that allows your receiver to catch it cleanly.
Yeah, I mean, look, you're a former Division I coach. If you see that at the quarterback position, that's besides arm strength and pushing the ball down the field, you want to see these guys, these opposite hash come back, these deep outs. These are NFL throws that you need to be making on a down in and down out basis. And really impressive throw.
Yeah, it's about the accuracy in those tough situations. It's one thing to be accurate when you're throwing a short crossing route, but can you throw it hash to sideline and then add the velocity on top of it?
At the woman, oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh my, there's a flag that just got dropped down on the field. They're gonna say it's a defensive.
Oh,
No way.
Oh my goodness.
we got to see that one.
On a 3rd and 6, a defensive hold. We got to take a look at that one.
Man, though, for Derek Baker, that is the cardinal sin. You cannot throw this football.
They say it was a hold right there. And that's Easton Royal playing both sides of the ball. He's made crazy catches on offense. And now you see him on defense. And now
Derek Baker just got bailed out.
That's
He
crazy.
gets bailed out, and I see the vision. He's trying to throw it back shoulder, but needs to be about 3 feet out.
And it's late. You can't be late on that throw across the field, especially in a situation like that. I'd rather see it take a sack.
It's crazy. Yeah, 3rd down and 1 right here. Trying to pick it up.
And a
now,
smart decision.
smart decision to just pick it up.
Takes off immediately.
Yeah.
And C1N puts themselves in prime position to win this game.
And that rush keeps the clock running even smarter
100%.
on his part.
Absolutely.
Yep. Rush keeps the clock running, getting that ball in the middle of the field. C1N looks like they're going to take this one home. That was a crazy play, though. That interception would have been
Critical
insane.
play right there.
Very critical play right there. We go backside. Wow, taking a shot there. It's crazy, guys.
I mean, look, you get one-on-one outside. We take a
Cam's
shot.
over there
We take a
smiling.
shot. Yeah.
And Cam said, I'll do it again. I'll do it again. That's what I like from Cam Newton. He said, you want me to do it again? I'll do it again.
They're not scared.
Oh, my goodness.
He
He knows his
called that.
guys, though, too. Ryan Mosley, he's this big body wide receiver for C1N. He has made contested catches all day long. They're not afraid to throw it up to him.
Guys, think about this is why we love OT7. How these situations in the game force the
Stop the clock.
quarterbacks to think about stop the clock. But you also think about the 1-point gambles, the money drives that can change the game with a couple plays, and it forces the coaches and the quarterbacks to think about these things all the time.
At this point, it's just putting the ball in play and letting this clock strike out.
Man, what a great game this was. Back and forth.
And that's going to do it for this one. C1N moves to 2-0 to start their season. Fleaux to 0-2. What an incredible performance by Cam Newton's team. Unbelievable effort there from Derek Baker. What's up, baby?
Is Cam Newton Coach of the Year?
He might be Coach of the Year.
Right now,
he might be Coach of the Year right now.
Let's just call it like it is.
This is Andy
He's a
Reid.
great football coach.
I don't get how they're not ranked, Layton. I don't get it. I don't get how they're not ranked.
Are the Dallas Cowboys watching this?
I would hire him right now. He has called an unbelievable game. And honestly, I think C1N deserves to be ranked. We might need some adjustments on Monday.